with the county attorneys accusing Chattanooga police of suppressing information that could impact a homicide trial. Good evening, I'm Josh Rowe.
And I'm Latricia Thomas. This centers around the hit-and-run death of Chattanooga officer Nicholas Galinger last February. Kylie Thomas joins us now live to explain. Kylie.
Yeah, attorney Ben McGowan says Chattanooga police are suppressing information about a second car that may have been involved in the deadly crash that happened along Camel Road here. But Chattanooga Police Chief David Roddy says that evidence does not exist.
It's been almost a year since a Chattanooga officer was struck and killed here.
Now we've got the anniversary date coming, and that's even tougher to deal with.
But instead of the one-year anniversary making headlines, possible missing information takes the spotlight in this deadly hit-and-run case.
I believe that the police are suppressing information that relates to the death of one of their own.
Janet Hines' attorney, Ben McGowan, says he's missing reports and video evidence of a second car that, according to him, drove over Officer Nicholas Galinger. That's after police say he was struck by his client.
There is an initial report from the officers on the scene that a second car has driven over the officer while on the ground.
McGowan claims he can see the people in a second car being interviewed at the scene and other dash cam and body cam footage that he has. He wants the names, interviews, and reports involving these people. But last March, Officer Joe Buckner testified that a second car did not strike Officer Galinger after he was hit the first time. Chattanooga Police Chief David Roddy tells us they're not able to provide evidence that doesn't exist. Chief Roddy tells us at this point it's up to McGowan to gather evidence that a second car may have been involved in Officer Galinger's death.
Also decided in court today, Judge Poole decided that they can see a fair jury here in Hamilton County. That's instead of moving the trial to another county. The judge says they will subpoena a large group of people and use a questionnaire to weed out the people who already have an opinion on this case. Live along Hamel Road tonight, I'm Kylie Thomas, News Channel 9.
Kylie, thank you. Hines' trial is set to begin September 29th. Now, she also faces a lawsuit for wrongful death filed by the Galinger family. The restaurant that served her is also included in that lawsuit. Police say Hines drank the equivalent of 6 beers and 1 liquor shot at Farm to Fork the same night she hit Galinger. The Galinger's attorney says the restaurant overserved her, knowing she intended on driving herself home. Farm to Fork's attorney denies those allegations. The lawsuit calls for a total of $25 million in damages.
Officer Galinger had only been on the force for about a month before his death. The 38-year-old graduated from CPD's Police Academy in January 2019. He was a Cincinnati, Ohio native. Galinger leaves behind 2 children, a 14-year-old son and 9-year-old daughter. We have full coverage on the case on our website, newschannel9.com.